The perception of humans as primitive in the galactic context. Imagine a universe so vast, filled with countless civilizations, that humanity's existence would be nothing more than a fleeting curiosity in the eyes of galactic species. For centuries, Earth was viewed as a relatively insignificant planet, with humans seen as a primitive species, still grappling with their own technological and societal limitations. The notion of humans being primitive wasn't just a passing thought. It was a widely accepted belief among advanced alien races that had long since conquered the stars. But what if this perception changed overnight? What if the very forces that deemed humanity primitive now found themselves on the defensive, fighting a war they never expected on Earth's soil? This scenario isn't just confined to the realms of science fiction. It's a captivating, humans are special, HFY story, one that explores how humanity's perceived primitiveness might be shattered by an unforeseen event: the Galactic War. A war that would not only change the fate of the Earth but would demonstrate that the species that were once thought of as weak, unsophisticated, and unimportant were capable of something far more powerful: resilience, ingenuity, and sheer determination. This shift in perception raises a fundamental question. What does it take for a species to go from being labeled primitive to a key player in a galactic conflict? Before the Galactic War, humanity was relatively isolated in the grand scheme of the universe. Although humans had ventured into space, their presence was minimal, limited to sending probes to distant planets and landing on the moon. Earth's primitive technology, combined with internal strife and social challenges, led galactic civilizations to dismiss humanity as unworthy of attention. Earth was just another backwater planet in the galaxy, inhabited by a species who had barely mastered the art of interplanetary travel, let alone intergalactic diplomacy. But that perception would soon change. The Galactic War was unlike anything the universe had ever seen, involving not just the usual spacefaring civilizations, but a collision of ideologies, power struggles, and the struggle for dominance over vast stretches of the galaxy. What started as a conflict between technologically superior alien species rapidly spiraled into an existential crisis for all involved, when humans, seemingly insignificant and primitive, became an unexpected threat in this galactic chess match. This section of the story is crucial in setting the stage for the unexpected rise of humanity. The early stages of the Galactic War demonstrated the profound divide between the advanced alien factions and Earth's underdeveloped species. The high-tech weapons, faster-than-light spaceships, and sophisticated military strategies of the galactic powers left humans in awe and fear. For most of the war, Earth remained a mere spectator, its inhabitants unaware of the far-reaching conflicts happening just beyond their atmosphere. In fact, the initial response from the galactic powers was to ignore Earth, believing that the primitive humans would have no capacity for meaningful involvement in the conflict. Most alien species didn't even consider the idea that humanity could possess the qualities required to alter the course of the war. The notion that Earth, a planet that had only just begun to explore its solar system, could play a decisive role in galactic warfare was laughable. However, this underestimation would prove to be the catalyst for humanity's astonishing rise. The turning point came when a series of surprising developments unfolded. Humanity, often seen as a chaotic and fragmented species, began to display a resilience and resourcefulness that even the most advanced alien civilizations could not predict. Earth's governments, once fragmented and at odds, found themselves uniting against a common foe. Advances in human technology, born out of sheer necessity, began to evolve at an extraordinary rate. The war, which had initially seemed to be in the hands of the galactic elites, began to shift, and the tide started to turn against the more powerful factions. It was humanity's ability to adapt and innovate, coupled with their fierce determination to protect their planet, that set them apart. Where other civilizations might have faltered under the pressure of galactic warfare, Earth's inhabitants demonstrated an uncanny ability to think outside the box. In the face of overwhelming odds, humans adapted alien technology, repurposing it to develop new weapons, strategies, and defenses. Their ingenuity quickly gained the attention of the alien factions who had once dismissed them as primitive. But how did this shift occur so suddenly? What triggered this unforeseen change? The answer lies in the unique qualities that humans possessed, qualities that had long been overlooked by the galactic powers. Unlike the highly structured, often rigid societies of many advanced civilizations, humanity's capacity for unpredictability, innovation, and unyielding survival instinct became their greatest asset. While alien species were bound by tradition, political rigidity, or technological limitations, humans were unencumbered by such constraints. Earth's relatively primitive technology, which was once seen as a liability, became an unexpected strength as humans used it in ways no one could anticipate. From guerrilla tactics to innovative uses of alien resources, humanity's ingenuity became the cornerstone of their involvement in the Galactic War. This was no longer a war of superior firepower. It became a war of adaptability, of survival, against the odds, where Earth's primitive species would soon show that they were anything but. The story of humanity's rise in the Galactic War is a prime example of how the qualities that were once considered primitive, resilience, resourcefulness, and sheer will to survive, are often the very traits that define a species' potential to thrive in an ever-changing, unforgiving universe. The shift in power. Humans' unexpected role in the Galactic War. As the Galactic War raged on, humanity's unexpected role in the conflict began to take shape. The galactic powers, initially dismissive of Earth's involvement, were soon forced to confront the startling truth. Humanity was no longer a passive observer, but a key player whose actions were beginning to tilt the scales of the war. The very traits that had led to humanity being branded as primitive were now being recognized as the ultimate game-changers in the galactic battlefield. The first significant turning point came when human forces, against all expectations, intercepted a crucial alien communication network. Using a combination of primitive hacking techniques and sheer audacity, humans were able to infiltrate and disrupt communications between two major alien factions, whose alliance had previously been seen as unbreakable. This act of defiance sent shockwaves through the galactic powers and quickly caught the attention of both allies and enemies. It wasn't the advanced technology or overwhelming firepower that allowed humans to pull off such a feat. It was their ability to think creatively and outside the rigid boundaries of their enemies' expectations. While the alien civilizations had long been trapped in their own technological hierarchies, humanity was uniquely positioned to bypass these barriers. Earth's technological progress had been a messy, organic process, with each failure paving the way for new breakthroughs. This process, though chaotic, allowed for unexpected discoveries and innovations, particularly when it came to the use of alien technology. While most galactic powers relied on well-established protocols and systems, humans were unafraid to adapt and improvise in ways no one could predict. They could reverse engineer alien tech faster than any other civilization, often coming up with entirely new applications that gave them an edge. But it wasn't just technology that made humanity a force to be reckoned with. It was their sheer determination. In every corner of Earth, individuals, groups, and governments came together to form an unprecedented alliance. The global conflict that once divided nations now united them under one banner, and the desire to protect their home planet was the driving force behind every action. This unity and sense of purpose inspired unprecedented cooperation between humans and other less advanced alien races who had previously been overlooked or marginalized. Earth became a hub for those who refused to bow to the overwhelming power of the dominant galactic factions. One of the most powerful contributions of humanity to the Galactic War came in the form of ground combat. While most galactic civilizations had relied on sophisticated robotic armies and automated defenses, humans quickly adapted to the new reality of large-scale space warfare, where boots on the ground were just as important as ships in orbit. Earth's soldiers, equipped with newly adapted alien technology and supported by their unyielding spirit, became a formidable force in battles fought across multiple planets and moons. The galactic powers were forced to reevaluate their entire strategy. They had long assumed that superior technology and an overwhelming military presence were the keys to victory, but they had underestimated the unpredictability of human warfare. Where others relied on predictable, structured tactics, humanity's military leadership was adept at unconventional warfare. Guerrilla tactics, sabotage, and psychological operations became their primary methods of engagement, often leaving the more advanced alien forces in disarray. Humans were resourceful, and they used the environment around them to their advantage, launching ambushes from unexpected places, using terrain in ways their alien counterparts never imagined. But it wasn't just the battlefield where humans proved themselves. In the diplomatic arena, humanity began to gain the respect of even the most powerful galactic factions. The unexpected strength of human resolve, combined with their ability to adapt rapidly to new circumstances, allowed them to forge alliances with other races. Earth became a center of diplomacy, and humans played a critical role in bringing together previously hostile factions to work toward a common goal: defeating the greater threats posed by rogue alien warlords and factions who sought to dominate the galaxy. Human leaders, once considered naive and inexperienced, emerged as influential figures in galactic politics. They represented not only the strength of their species, but also the moral compass that had been largely absent in the previous galactic power struggles. Humanity's unique position, caught between the power of advanced alien civilizations and their own survival instincts, made them invaluable in establishing new coalitions. The alliances that formed between humans and other alien species often centered around shared values of freedom, independence, and cooperation, setting a new precedent in galactic diplomacy. The war was no longer just about technology or military superiority. It had become a battle for the soul of the galaxy. The Galactic War had become a struggle between those who sought to dominate and control the stars, and those who sought to protect their freedom and autonomy. Humanity, once considered primitive and incapable, was now at the center of this struggle, not just as a participant, but as a symbol of hope for all who sought to resist tyranny and oppression. In the midst of this galactic struggle, humanity's rise to prominence served as a powerful reminder of the importance of unity, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of survival. The galactic powers, once so sure of their dominance, now found themselves facing a species that had defied all expectations. Earth had proven that even the most primitive of species could rise up and change the course of galactic history. The war that was once meant to crush humanity had instead propelled them to the forefront of the galaxy, where they would leave an indelible mark on the stars. The legacy of humanity's resilience. Shaping the future of the galaxy as the Galactic War came to its dramatic conclusion. The once dismissed humans emerged victorious, having completely rewritten the rules of galactic engagement. Their triumph wasn't just a military one. It was a victory of spirit, ingenuity, and the ability to adapt under extreme pressure. The galaxy, once filled with arrogant and self-assured civilizations, now looked to humanity as a symbol of resilience and resourcefulness. Earth, the planet once regarded as primitive, was no longer the underdog. It had become a beacon of hope and a center of galactic influence, with its people now recognized not as primitives, but as essential players in the cosmic stage. But the victory did not come without cost. The war had left scars across multiple worlds, and the aftermath was felt across the entire galaxy. The advanced alien species, once so confident in their dominance, now found themselves needing to rebuild and reevaluate their relationship with the newly risen power, humanity. As the smoke cleared and the galaxy began the long process of recovery, new alliances and new tensions emerged. The war had changed not only the balance of power, but also the very nature of what it meant to be advanced in the eyes of the galaxy. The old metrics of technological superiority were no longer the only indicators of strength. Humanity had proven that adaptability, innovation, and the courage to stand against overwhelming odds could be just as powerful, if not more so, than technological might. Humanity's leadership in the aftermath of the Galactic War was a turning point for the galaxy. No longer considered primitive, humans quickly established themselves as a central force in galactic diplomacy. Earth became a hub for galactic peace talks, a symbol of the potential for cooperation among species who had once seen themselves as rivals. But even as they gained influence, humans remained steadfast in their commitment to their core values: freedom, independence, and the protection of their home planet. They became vocal advocates for the rights of smaller, less powerful species who had been oppressed by the larger galactic factions. Their experiences during the war had forged a deep respect for the struggles of those less fortunate, and humanity's ability to empathize with others made them a powerful force for good in the galaxy. Despite the devastation caused by the war, humanity's role in the post-war galaxy was one of reconstruction, innovation, and governance. They spearheaded efforts to rebuild war-torn planets and assist in the integration of alien species who had once been on the brink of extinction. Humanity, though battered and scarred, was determined to bring hope to the galaxy. Their experience in adapting alien technology and engineering solutions out of sheer necessity now made them invaluable in the reconstruction efforts. Earth became the heart of a new alliance, one built on the principles of mutual respect and equality, where every species, regardless of their technological status, was given a voice. The legacy of humanity's rise from primitive to galactic power was felt in every corner of the galaxy. The once dominant factions, humbled by humanity's ingenuity, were forced to recognize the value of Earth's people. Some sought alliances with humanity, eager to learn from their unique approach to technology and warfare. Others, who had once underestimated Earth's potential, began to study humanity's history, its ability to overcome adversity, to find solutions in the face of chaos, and to persevere when all seemed lost. As the years passed and the galaxy began to heal, the story of Earth's transformation from a forgotten backwater to a galactic leader became the stuff of legend. It was a tale that was told across the stars, a story that inspired countless civilizations to look beyond their own limitations and see the potential for greatness within themselves. Humanity had not only survived a galactic war, but had emerged from it stronger, more united, and more determined than ever before. The question that once echoed through the halls of the galaxy, could humanity ever rise above its primitive status, had been answered in the most definitive way possible. Earth had proven that the strength of a species is not defined by its technology alone, but by its ability to adapt, innovate, and endure. In the aftermath of the war, humanity became a shining example of the power of resilience, creativity, and the unbreakable will to survive. The galaxy had learned a valuable lesson. Never underestimate the underdog, because in the depths of adversity, they might just be the ones who change the course of history. As the new era of galactic peace dawned, humanity stood at the forefront, not as a primitive species, but as one of the galaxy's most respected and influential powers. The story of Earth's rise in the Galactic War would forever be a reminder that the true power of a civilization lies not in its technology or its weapons, but in its ability to overcome the odds, to stand up when all seems lost, and to fight with everything it has to protect the future.